they rushing to write about. Did too much numbers to type them out, but I'm one away from that Michael route. Step on my brothers, we hike 'em down.
A look there inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. Welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Ford Field. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Detroit.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little...
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun, it's Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years. Finding room at the 35. Still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs move out to a 7-3 lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see the football for the second time. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
To Slav, a man in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Teslav. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That one on target for Williams. He's got it. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Detroit.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And In this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Brings up second and...
We are through one. The Bucs have the early lead. Back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball quarter from the 29. Here's 2nd and 3 as we are ready to get back underway. Here comes the jet sweep.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Lions first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bucs 9-yard line.
2nd and 5. One of the tight ends motions right. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
That's good.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Gibbs trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1.
Brings up 2nd.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And this time, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are on top. It's now 10-7.
Buccaneers 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Baker going to give it to Irvin. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Lee McNeil in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Otten. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem, as they convert for the 1st down.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Baker. There's a reception for Chris Godwin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now Baker keeping it on the zone read. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now the Bucs will take their 1st timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the ground, it's Irvin. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. Forget about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes,
and he'll take it on in. Mike Evans, touchdown Buccaneers.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 35, it's first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's gone. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing here is gone. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. To return is Tucker. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That's Ibuka in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Irvin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9. Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Williams is there on the stop. from the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Mayfield. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A give. This is Irvin. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. That's to the right side, taken in by Evans. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And the Bucs are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
They'll run with White, and he's in. Rashad White, touchdown Tampa.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it, and the Buccaneers are out to a 21-10 lead.
Buccaneers 21, Lions 10.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he searches for a gain of about 5.
Christian is on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. On the jet sweep, the give to St. Brown.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Here's Goff. This is intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Notre Dame.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
They'll run with Irving. And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 7. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the 1st read, the 2nd read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Buccaneers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds. It's just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 49
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Now, Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They're going to motion the tight end over here. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. The Lions all their first time out, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
That's right side and into the hands of Tesla. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good.
A gain there of 11. Good for a Lions first down.
The 19-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout as Bucs. They get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
3rd and 10.
To throw is Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And this one really all over but the shouting. 1 timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.